We'll be using the TapeTech and ASGARD Taper Piston Assembly Kit number 335. And I also want to add that to make this installation, TapeTech makes a kit called a RTTC-TT. It's a tool that we can use to push the plunger cable out. So we'll take out the assembly. You have the cable. It's already attached to the plunger. Everything's all here. And this tool, just to explain what this tool does, it'll help us push the old cable out and tension the new cable. And this just opens up into a length that is the length of the automatic taper. So you'll be able to use it. It's pretty handy to carry with you when you're, traveling. Or if you have a tool bag, you can keep this in there. If you don't have one of those, a dowel rod, this is about 3/8 of an inch in its diameter. And it's about the length also of the tool. This is slightly longer, this tool, so it works a little bit better. But the dowel rod will work as well. This part kit will work on all three of the lines, the TapeTech carbon fiber, TapeTech carbon fiber, and then of course the ASGARD hammer as well. So to make the repair, first we have to remove the Easy Clean cover plate, turn it to where it says open, and I'm using just a larger flathead screwdriver. At this point, we can take the tool or the dowel rod and place it down into where the cable rides. Now this tool is clean, so if it had material in it, you have to be careful. You just push this down, and all we're doing is like duplicating or replicating, filling the tool. So we're pushing the plunger cup all the way to the bottom till you can't push it anymore. Again, the beauty of this is it just folds up. You can put it in your tool bag and have a tool to change your cable. Again, if it's full, be careful. Now, before we pull the plunger out, if you look on the top left side, there's a small set screw. It's right here. And what we need to do with that set screw is with a medium tip screwdriver is just loosen that. And I'm not going to take it out because it is a little hard to get back in. So just loosen this up. Okay. Now, if you look right here, there's a cable and it's a little seat. And you can see it just kind of pops in there. And all we want to do is just pop this out. Now, if it doesn't come out easily, just give it another half turn or so. And then this little cable, if I can grab it and just pull it out, you'll see it's just the top part of the cable. There's a small brass piece that sits in that little seat. And just drop it down in the tool at that point. Now we'll flip the tool over. Here we have the easy, basically we're just going to take a screwdriver, medium tip screwdriver again, just fold this little piece out and then turn about a quarter turn, and this will just pop right off. And we can reach in, pull out the old assembly. You can see this has a little bit of material. If it's been dropped or worn, or if this is worn out, that's why we're replacing it. Take the new one. Again, this is all set. What I always recommend though is to check this nut on here, make sure it's snug, because this is how the cable is held in place onto the unit. We want to feed the cable down into the tool, just kind of drop it in. With your fingers, work around the wiper. The wiper is kind of new, so you're going to have to kind of work it in so it fits to the tube. You just don't want to crimp it. You don't want to cross up. Once it fits in there, just push it down in. We're going to replace our cap. Now our cap, again, it's about a quarter turn over. Get it back where it was here. Oh, got the wrong side. Right here. Then it'll snap right into place, so that's fitting right on there. Now what we want to do first is you can take the tool or the dowel rod, either one works, and just push this back down all the way until you can't really push it anymore. Okay. Now at the top, you should be able to see your cable or retrieve your cable, and you can just reach in here with a screwdriver and pull out the cable like so. Pull it all the way out till you can't see any more tangled up inside of there. Okay. Now at this point, we're going to take the tool again, and we're going to stretch out the cable and push it all the way back down, holding on to the cable with the other hand. Leave about, I don't know, 3 inches. 3 inches of cable, so you can reattach that into the guide here. So if I can get it in here, just kind of push it in between that little set screw. Now once you set it in there, you're going to need to tighten up this set screw so that the cable won't come out. Tighten up the set screw. Just, again, don't remove it when you're loosening it because it will be difficult to get back in. You can do it, but it's just easier not to do that. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Okay, so what I want to have here, if I can kind of zoom in, is the cable is nicely seated here. It's not sticking out, and this is actually sitting down in too. There's a little spot for it to sit down in. Now what we're going to do, we're going to reinstall the kit, the tool, just all the way down. Put a little bit of pressure on it, and then with the drive dog we're going to turn. And what we do is we're pushing down on this just a little bit to create a little bit of pressure so that our cable is evenly on the cable drum. So I'm just holding this with my finger and my thumb, kind of turning this key right here. You can hold this towards you so you can see it. Now when the cable gets to about halfway, you can kind of see, there we go, and just keep winding it up. Sometimes you need to move this over to the other side because the cable will come back to the middle. Again, all we're doing is put a little tension on the cable so that it's evenly installed on the cable drum. Nice and tight. Reinstall our Easy Clean plate. If it's an ASGARD tool, we just take the whole cover plate off and repeat the same process. Tighten it up. Easy way to change your cable on your TapeTech and ASGARD tools.